before the vaccine death started, you had to answer the question. If you wanted to go out, if you wanted to go to a public concert, if you wanted to go, are you vaccinated? You had to answer the question. Not only did you have to answer the question, you had to show a card. Cards.
Insane.
Europe. Nazi-occupied Europe, circa 1938. You have to show cards. But now that people are dying, you can't ask. No, how dare you ask if they were vaccinated? Wait a minute here. 2 years ago, I couldn't go anywhere. And I'm not vaccinated. And I'm never getting vaccinated. Not a chance in hell. Ever. 2 years ago, I couldn't go anywhere because I didn't have a card to present. I had to say that I was vaccinated or not. Now, if somebody dies, you're like, well, were they vaccinated? How dare you ask that?
Yeah.
Oh, stop. My body, my choice when it comes to abortion, but nobody's choice when it comes to making a decision for themselves medically on what I'm going to take and what I'm not going to take. And the fake outrage, because that's all it was, the fake outrage and the fear of the unvaccinated are going to die in the winter of death. Come on.
Many of us are frustrated with the nearly 80 million Americans who are still not vaccinated.
You are the problem. It is the unvaccinated who are the problem, period, end of story.
Because frankly, we know that we can't trust the unvaccinated.
This continues to be a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
It's the unvaccinated who are the threat.
The people who are not getting vaccines, who are believing the lies on the internet instead of science, it's time to start shaming them. What else? Or leave them behind.
Even if you don't want to, get your vaccine so you don't ever kill anybody with COVID.
This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
This is becoming a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Yes, it will protect you, but honestly, it's not for you. It's so you don't kill other people. It's so you don't spread it to other people. Because how could you live with yourself if you knew that you had done that?
It is, as we've said, a pandemic and an outbreak of the unvaccinated.
Most of all, it is not for you. It is to keep you from getting it and then spreading it.
We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin.
You're basically punishing the vaccinated for the sins of the unvaccinated.
Delta is taking a huge toll on the unvaccinated, a group that includes children and people acting like children. And the rest of us are starting to get pissed off.
Get a shot. Is your fear of the shot really more scary to you than the prospect that you are going to be a vector, spreading a fatal virus to people around you? If you don't get that shot, just get it.
Two-year-olds should have been required to wear masks. It would be child abuse for parents not to do that.
That gets me. I got my shot. I did. I'm so excited.
Vaccine! What are you looking at? Keep it on your face. You gotta keep it on your face. So we go outside. There you go. Mason.
Freedom. I have the freedom to kill you with my COVID. No, I mean, come on. Freedom.
Vaccine!
Well, who's going to jail over this? It's all out there now. The studies are everywhere, Paul. The studies are everywhere. This was bad stuff. Who's going to jail? Google Fauci. Google Fauci. The last article you're going to find was 3 weeks ago. This is a guy you couldn't swing a dead cat 2.5 years ago and not see 5 times a day. All over your social media feed, all over the TV, all over the papers, everywhere. Well, guess what? I have a news flash. COVID still exists today, and it's not killing people. So did it really kill people 3 years ago? Because no one's getting vaccinated anymore. Fauci's gone. You can't find him anymore. It's the same situation just 3 years later. What were we afraid of? This government and the medical community, they separated families. They separated family. I begged people, Paul. I begged people who considered going to the hospital. I said, please don't go to the hospital. But I don't feel well. I said, do you know anyone who died of COVID at home in their living room? They said, no. I said, do you know anyone who went to the hospital and came out dead? They're like, yeah. I'm like, there's your answer. There's your answer. They would take you at the front door. If you were the one that was being brought in, they would take you at the front door. Remember that movie Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman and the monkey that bites everybody? One in the that's what we were living in. They couldn't, no family members. No, we're going to take your loved one at the front door. You're going to be dismissed. You're not allowed to come in. And 4 years later, we're going to call you and tell you they died. Now, there was nobody there to advocate for them. Nobody there to witness the medical procedures that were being performed. Nobody. Nobody. You walked in alive. You came out dead. That's a fact. People can tell me all day long, oh, you know, your tinfoil hat's too tight. Fine. I have no problem wearing it. Because 3 years later, if you're not reading what's coming out, and it's coming out now, and even even the CNNs and the Newsdays and the News 12s, the people that push this, they're reporting it now. For people, it's too late. For a lot of people, it's too late. But I just sit back and I see how we are a society that believes everything we hear. Did anybody in their life ever meet Fauci? Did anybody in their life ever meet anybody from the CDC? But whatever they told these people to do, they did. And they put their kid in the car and they did it with their kids also. No verification, no check if what they were being told was the truth. The guy on TV, the guy behind the curtain told me to do it. I'm doing it. And that's the same people that believe that Trump is bad. And here's another lie. Here's another lie when it comes to my body, my choice. If Trump wins again and gets in office, your right to abortion is going to be threatened. That's a lie.